the competition is entertainment. And that's why I don't respect the records in the NFL anymore. I don't respect the records in the NBA anymore. I still respect the records in baseball because no matter what they do, they can't change that. And then, to me, Joe, these team ownership groups and the people who run these leagues, they let you know. Because this was the opportunity for them to engage. Major League Baseball could have engaged. And they always like to say, it ain't enough black people playing sports. Last time I checked, no matter what he says, Big Papi's a brother. That's an African right there. You know what I'm saying? Manny, that's an African right there. If those dudes don't open, they just bilingual Africans. You know, so when that George Floyd thing, man, it kind of really stuck it to me, man. You know, and it kind of, again, I got a sports show, so of course I still watch, and I enjoy it, but I don't love it. Like I said, man, I hit it every once in a while. You know, I hit it and quit it. Instead of, man, it used to be my best friend, but now it's just a chick that I deal with. You know, like, man, it's broad. That's I'm not, you know, it may be crude the way the analogy that I'm using may be crude or rude, but it's just I'm not in love anymore, and they made it like that. You got August, the National Football League has started, the NCAA has started. Everything is all system go. We're about to enter a football season in which Ohio State Buckeyes are only going to be allowed to play 5 games. We're about to enter an era where the National Football League have protocols and things of that nature. Football is back. What is on Joe's mind?
Oh man, I was excited at this point, man, to see football coming back. At this point, the NBA bubble had already started and things like that. So I was hoping that football would try and be able to take it some way that same route, but we knew too many moving parts that where it wasn't going to happen. We saw at this point, through the beginning of the season, we always knew COVID was going to be an issue, and it showed out in regards to people. We had people that opted out, didn't even want to play the season. Of course, we had that basketball as well, baseball as well. But as far as it goes, man, I was a kid in the candy store, man. I loved it. I loved having football come back, college and professional.
Yeah. Even though, like I said, I was like, man, this is when I'm lulling over the fact that I'm no longer in love with sports, but I still was digging it. You know, you still, like I said, you slide through, hit it every once in a while. But it was good to see, because when you saw the sports were back, it gave you hope in which to say, hey, this whole COVID thing may be back. You know, this might be the beginning of the end of this. We were woefully wrong, but it did show some promise. And as you stated, baseball is starting to heat up. We got a little bit of normalcy back. And so August was a good month. It's always a good month for me. Me and Shell's birthday, the 1st and the 6th. So it's always good for me. But it did present hope. The bubble is in full effect. So we loving it. And now we gonna slide into September and September, my fault, man. Damn, I just straight brain fart.
That's when the kid was born. Me.
Yeah. So the bubble is in full effect. The NFL is in full swing. As you stated, your birthday came. You came up here, then the dude slammed into my car. What was going on?
Well, about sports. Sports, like I said, was in full swing at this point. Everything was rolling at this point. It looked like nothing was going to stop the season that was going to happen. I mean, we had the COVID players that were in football that were tested. Yeah, they tested positive. They were moved. Everything was getting moved around again because everything was still new. But everything was handled properly. The season continued. Basketball started the playoffs. So that was perfect. Man, very much. That's when everything started to get some type of normalcy back into the world, in my eyes.
Right. I totally agree with you.
Stadiums and stuff like that, just yet it was starting to get, okay, we got sports back, certain things are starting to open, people can go back out. All right, cool, let's do this. So,
yeah, man, it was a good time. The NFL is back. The stadiums are weird because there's nobody there. I couldn't help but the first thing I was thinking, like, man, what's the Super Bowl gonna look like? So, but NFL is in full effect. Major League Baseball is doing that thing. It's rounding into shape, and then October comes. The Los Angeles Dodgers. Like I said, I'm coming from an era where wasn't a whole lot of sports on TV. So, Dodgers, you almost a de facto, like when in my age group, you either de facto Steelers, Cowboys, de facto Dodgers, or Yankee fan. And then if you're a lot older than me, or really about 5-6 years older, you might be a big red machine, and we are family Pittsburgh Pirates. But primarily, you pick one of those teams: Lakers, Celtics, Dodgers, Yankees, or Cowboys or Steelers. So it started to look good. October's looking good. People are out and about. Me and Shell, we kicking it. It's just whatever. Then November comes around. We've had a lot of sports deaths this year, man. A lot of big time people have passed away in 2020, man. I don't want to end it on that note, but I do want to give those people a shouts out, man, because the 2020 sports year has been interesting, if nothing else, man. You got David Stern, Don Larson, Sam Weish, Rocky Johnson, the Kobe Bryant, Chris Dolman, and Willie Woods, Tony Fernandez, Mickey Wright, Roger Mayweather, Curly Neal, Tom Dempsey, Bobby Mitchell, Al Kaline, Tavares Jackson, Hank Steinbrenner, Don Shula, Mike Storin, Bob Watson, Phyllis George, Jerry Sloan, Tom Flattery, Pat Dye, Wes Unseld, Claudel Washington, Lou Olson, the great John Thompson, Tom Seaver, Lou Brock, Gail Sayers, Bob Gibson, Whitey Ford, Joe Morgan, Fred Dean, Travis Roy, Herb Alderley, Nancy Darsh, Tommy Heinsohn, Paul Hornung, Diego Mondoga, Rafa Johnson, Dick Allen, Ray Perkins, Kevin Green, and Phil Negro. We lost those athletes over the last 12 months. Exactly. Roger Mayweather, the original Black Mamba. Rest in peace to him. And rest in peace to everybody who passed away, man, because, again, man, this 2020 has been a hell of a year. And then, we got LeBron James winning the championship. The league started back up. And here we are at the very end of the year. Hopefully we have nothing but peace and blessings from this point on. And, man,
I know y'all don't care. I know y'all don't care, but I do. The boy, Joe from Houston, won his fantasy football championship. I know you don't care, A-Trap, but the boy is happy. I finally won.
You know me, man. Congratulations to you and your fantasy team. Only thing I could really say is... Because if you think I'm happy, you are
wrong. You're wrong.
And if you think anybody in the chat room cares,
just so very many ways for me to say this to you. Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance, and yet, negatory, and of course my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No!
But on the serious side, man, congratulations to you on winning your football league, man. Big ups to you, man.
To have the chance to make the playoffs, need a win and need some help. I want to give a shout out to Phillip Rivers, man. He wasn't. He did a lot better than I thought he was gonna do. He's keeping us formidable. Hey, shout out to Phillip Rivers and any other coach.
Shout out to Bill Murray.
Hey, Bill Murray. Hey, look, keep going.
My man RC says Bob Gibson's death hit me. He was one of the first sports books I read as a kid. Gibson, from ghetto to glory. Shout out to Bob Gibson. Rest in peace. I always wanted to meet Bob Gibson because before him and J.R. Richards and Vita Blue, I didn't even think brothers did pitching. You know what I'm saying? I was, Doc Ellis and stuff like that, but I was too young. But I don't remember Bob Gibson, but I remember hearing his name a lot. So, man, that was a guy in sports I always wanted to meet. My man Chief Rocker said the Giants about to win the division. Good luck with that. Long as no disrespect, D-Gray, but long as Skip Bayless is sad Sunday, I'm happy with whoever else wins. And Knicks looking better, hopefully, because basketball is better when Chicago and New York is better. So if New York is better, hopefully Chicago get better. And, it is what it is. And then, congratulations, Joe. Yeah. YouTube, Trump.
Appreciate.
Yeah, man. And, man, it's been a hell of a year, man. And like I said, I don't hate sports. It's not that I ain't going to watch sports, but I just don't love it anymore. I mean, it's fun. It's always gonna be fun, but I'm just not in love with sports anymore. And at some point, maybe I get my love back. But I keep funky with you, man. America make it hard for you to still love sports because they always want to plug in bullshit, and then they want to plug in the race thing. At some point, if y'all stop playing, people like me will start watching on not because they have to and they got a sports show. They'll start watching it because they'll start watching because they enjoy it again. Stop dumbing down your audience, and then you'll get more out of it. I saw Bob pitch many times. Shout out to Chief Rock. I wish I could say that. They used to say, "Don't ever rush the mound. If Bob Gibson hits you, don't even look at him. Just jog to first base." Why? Because Bob Gibson will whoop your ass. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Bob Gibson, he is one dude in our era. RC, I saw Dave Stewart hit a dude. Dude was ice grilling him to first base. Dave Stewart struck out the next batter for the third out. Went over to first base and whooped dude ass. Dave Stewart. See, and people think, oh man, that's heresy. That's madness. But dude, this is what it is. The pussification of the world. Everybody's so uber sensitive. You can't the way I feel and the way I see it. And look, man, nobody really cares about your damn feelings. Really, let's get over it, man. If nobody, me personally, I just live my life like this, and I'm not asking anybody to change the way they live. If you didn't try to hurt my feelings, then so what? And really, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. You can say whatever you want to say. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But as long as you're not intentionally disrespectful, you know what? Before I log off for the last time, you get your part words, and I'm gonna get mine, and we out.
All right, man. Hey, so far we made it through 2020. Got a new year coming. Yeah, y'all be safe. Y'all going out. Be responsible. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. See y'all next year.
Man, I got one thing to say about this upcoming year. Let's reinstitute something that's called a teaching moment. A teaching moment is something that's when you make a mistake. If I make a mistake towards you and it offends you or hurts your feelings or anything of that nature, how about this? Instead of getting offended, how about you just talk to me about, yo, that was offensive to me. I would appreciate it if you ain't doing it anymore. If we could bring that back, 2021 would be a better year already. If we could start just having teaching moments again, educating people, instead of getting offended, understand who you're talking to. And if that person isn't a malicious person, if that person isn't